Hey, what's happening everybody? Rod J back again to take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. We're going to take a look at one from across the pond and out of England here. This is going to be the Old Speckled Hen. So this is from Greene King or Morland. And it is a extra special, strong bitter, comes in at 5% ABV. Classified as an English fine ale. This one here, it makes note on the label, first brewed to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the MG car factory, and affectionately named after an old MG car that was used as a factory runaround. And they called it the Old Speckled Un. So they said the Old Speckled Un somehow became the Old Speckled Hen, but it basically grew out of this thing where they were referring to the car and they wanted to pay homage to it. So let's go ahead and get this one open. And if you're not familiar with Morland, see if the cap, if it focuses in. But anyway, it says established 1711. Go ahead and get this baby in a glass and see what it has to offer. More recently, like I said, I think I said I had this in the past before, but it's been a while. Had some of the other hen beers, really enjoyed them as well. So this one should be a pretty decent beer to check out. I actually broke out the no-nick glass for this one. And this one is a 12-ounce bottle, so not your standard 11.2 you see in a lot of the imports. But you take a look at it, nice clarity as you can see on this one right there. You should be able to see some of the bubble action taking place even on some of the carbonation and streaming up the glass. But a nice dark copper type color here. The head came out with a nice 2-finger head down to about a 1.5 there. I would say pretty much dead on white head. Well, maybe a little bit off. Maybe like a kind of slight bone white type color. But it's actually going to dissipate pretty quickly as I see it now down to about 1 finger. It is quickly falling back there. As far as the aroma, you get the malts up front with this one. Didn't mention what the IBU was, but definitely more of a malt forward type beer. I'm getting some of that caramel or toffee type sweetness coming right out of the glass. Almost has like almost a sticky sweet type thing with it. You almost get a little bit of a sense of that like an adjunct type feel as well. But you're really getting that heavy kind of malt coming out. Thinking about some of the American beers here, some of the kind of malt liquors. It's almost kind of a strong malt presence in that type of manner. Now in the taste, you do get to hit with the bitterness pretty quickly up front on the tongue. But on the back, I'm getting kind of a nice break there. Opens up with some flavor. I'm getting like a malt backbone. I mean, really like a nice strong malt backbone. Not really too much hop or bitterness there. But it goes right up into like the cheek type area. You really get a feeling all through the mouth on the flavor taking place. Pretty much like almost like a semi-type sweetness in the flavor. It causes kind of like a chewiness type texture. At 5%, it's kind of a more of a medium body beer. Very distinctive though in the in some of that taste with it. It's almost so malty that it's kind of towards a coffee type thing, but it doesn't really get there. It kind of starts up that way, but then it really kind of pulls back. And it just leaves you with that sweetness of the malts in there. Almost like a caramel type flavor as well. Kind of reminds me of some of like those Werther's type candies with the flavor. Maybe a little bit of like a butterscotch type feel. But that kind of feel from that Werther's candy when you're sucking on it and you're getting that flavor out of it. That's what I'm kind of getting off this beer, and that's what's being left after I actually swallowed the beer. Nice, good, long duration for sure. It can easily be a chuggable beer. But yeah, I kind of dig this one. I think that it does all right for itself. So I mean, over there, I believe Morland is kind of like a macro, just like we are over here. So it's not technically a craft beer, but it's not a bad one to have once in a while, just to throw back and sit out and enjoy. This one I picked up at one of my local spots here. I think it was, I'm going to say Old Speckled Hen. I think it was like $1.90, somewhere in that area. So it wasn't too expensive at all, of course. But yeah, definitely wanted to give it a try. It's always nice checking out some of the stuff from other countries. And yeah, I got no problem with it. I think it's a pretty solid beer, and say give it a swig if you get a chance. But again, that's the Old Speckled Hen out of England. One worth checking out. Well, with that being said, I appreciate you swinging by to check out another video. I do appreciate you taking that time to check out to see what I'm drinking and hearing me ramble on a little bit. I look forward to catching you on the next one. Keep drinking good craft beers. Cheers.